pride. Look.
I see them. With me! Save your strength.
There are always more.
There we...
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right?
Yes. milady.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their post.
Hearing that the Dane would look... it's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. Now me, I never need it from the people I love. Now, if you don't mind.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this is so, but it has solved one. And
Cid, your new companion. Should I be worried?
Jill. Clive,
All lies, I'm sure.
your Stolas said that Dalamil has abandoned.
Indeed. Although, you're a little...
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more...
What did you say to me?
As if by Let's just say we've yet to reach a and at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to her?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Cid. And you won't have wasted...
Suppose we just follow the shouting. You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as...
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, and you cannot fill empty bellies.
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your...
That's enough. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to...
Victor. What's he doing here?
Cid.
I was about to ask.
Costness is in chaos. The Briar's Kiss here and I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. Or an entire...
We're still working on that. Perhaps we can find us a...
I hope so.
So, you see my...
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And but if left to smolder, that anger and fear could...
My thoughts exactly. Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they...
And if there's one thing bandits like...
What would Cid the...
Well, he'd let them choose for themselves. And be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting,
And that would be
to pool our resources and save the city ourselves.
when all that fear and anger can be directed at the...
It appears we have a... Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly.
As you wish.
Your fate... Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. Play along.
What he means to...
My shop.
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something. Ah, here he is. Natalie, allow me to introduce... Look,
Underhill.
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the price. It is only a matter of time before the peasants...
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our store. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not... Which means that now, more than ever, we will need... If our humble town is to endure not...
All right, if it will help to protect... But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the... Now, my scouts should be returning shortly.
It appears I have no choice but to do what little I can to defend what little we have.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Picture it, Conrad. Your own... Ah, here she is. Conrad.
A pleasure, mate.
As I told you, I summoned the commanding...
Victor says that there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 score. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamul's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle that a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you call the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted. With time, they may even learn to...
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was...
I take it your scouts found the bandit.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears all...
You're not sick.
They don't just want...
I have a... I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups. One from the south and one...
Very well. Jill and I will...
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. To get the stakes I concede are high.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had...
Then it will be for us to see that their hand...
I thought you...
We'll hold them off.
And we will...
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
He's all yours. They mean to overwhelm us.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting.
That we should hurry.
Natalie, you did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no... You saved us, Conrad.
We all saved up.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both...
I take it from your presence that our visitor...
The plan granted it only took...
Calm now, Victor. Why, we are united. As for you, Sid...
I'll take that. Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Was wondering when you turn up at ours from all our... How is it you always...
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the...
That's... The nations are still in chaos.
Right.
Clive, now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the...
Thank you, Otto.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was was while in my rescuer's care I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. Is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua. Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
It's all Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The City Guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
Trouble with your gear, or... So, will it be? That it? Fine.
What am I gonna do?
Is everything all right, Goetz? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle. Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble, and she's...
It's all right. You can tell me.
There was a trader came by. One of our usuals, like. Said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dalimil Way. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing. She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
Don't worry. I'll speak to her.
Oh, thanks, Clive. You'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Of course. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding. Lady Karen, how's business?
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're doing good trade, then? Both in and out of the hideaway?
Can't complain. Wait. What exactly are you getting at? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care. But here you are today, raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto?
Just asking. Out of interest. All right. I'm here because I was told that certain rumors have been circulating. About you selling weapons to brigands.
Oh, are you? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploits?
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dalimil has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocents, do you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket. But that woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd ever paid the slightest bit of notice.
You're right, Lady Karen. I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
Aye, it was. Now, I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course. Good day.
Seems the hideaway has lost its appetite.
Can you blame them? With the skies as they are?
I spoke with Lady Karen.
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded, along with some other things. And while it sounds like she may have done things...
Oh, I knew Nan wasn't caught up in... But why would people say...
No. But people do things for all sorts of...
Well, that trader, so that's where I'm going.
Are you sure that's wise?
Oh, but...
It's like a dream. Us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Canville was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Bandits, maybe, but look what they've left us with.
It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
Are the bad men going to come back?
The gentlemen of the town guard are a strapping bunch.
Again.
Perhaps. But the gentlemen of the League of Merchants have deeper pockets.
Could be I know something more.
Clive! I found someone who says he's heard the rumors about Nan.
Have you?
Go on.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever will pay her price. Be they knight or... Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, and the more war being waged. The more call for swords and spears. And who will they all... Why, the good...
And you've seen this Reaper at work?
Aye. You'll find her right here, plying her trade.
Here in Dalimil? Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market. But if you're not the patient, but it'd be a bolder, feeling bold, traveler. Now, if that's all...
Sorry to have kept...
You don't think Nan's the Reaper, do you?
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places.
Eh?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks.
Good question.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
All right.
You too, Goots.
Finest sell swords in Storm couldn't hold a candle to our new town.
The safety of the town is in our hands.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale. So, what now?
That's up to you. Die a slow death, or a quick one. Boys, he's all yours. But that sword is mine.
Leave now and we could pretend this didn't happen.
Oh, you've done it now.
Go on.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head. He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one. You weren't even supposed...
What were you going to do?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction. Then you turned up. Well, go on then.
You're not worth the effort. Now be gone.
Fucking coward!
I need to find Goots.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty painted lout!
Stop calling me names and stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan!
Well, for they are not lies. Every last word is true. And she must pay for her...
Goose.
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. That loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime. Goots, was it? Only with your... Run along now.
No.
No?
I don't care what she did. Promise me you won't hurt, or I'll...
Goots, no.
Enough, all...
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalimil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind. Though it was just Bogan. I thought the years might have taught you some sense. But I see you the same. What was it we called you?
You. Everything that happened. It was all your fault. And now you'll fight...
Goots, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck.
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself. So, wet legs. You remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye. Wise words, Sam. Wise words. And now, it's time to collect. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Dead? No. But I reckon he wishes he was. It ain't easy going through life one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking his little revenge. So I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. Always knew he'd be back one day to claim his due. But he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into this. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all me, but...
Well, if he does, best we take the other eye, then we work our way down. But something tells me the Wet Legs is right. Let's get...
Remind me never to cross you, Karen.
Nothing like a dish of cold vengeance to foul the...
I didn't mean to. I just thought...
Aye, well, someone had to. Your parents, reckon the both of us would be worse off. You've always been me right eye, Goots, and I'd have you stay that way.
Well, I will.
Why, you big fine. Play...
Thanks, Nan.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. He'll need to start looking out for him. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back.
Of course.
Stop it. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today'll cost you the same as it did yesterday. Let me tell you a story.
All right.
Them rumours Wet Legs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me... And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman in the twin. But then one day... said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen, and all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except Sid himself. Told me about his plan to topple the Mother Crystals. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. Why, I reckon an enterprise. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day, and the rest, as they say, a dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest damn. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say, you've all shown me there is...
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up. Oh, yeah. Still alive, are you? Go on, then. Is that all?
Seems the hideaway is
Blasted
lost.
book. Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for?
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time. You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing, and that awful stench, people wolf it down. So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself. Had a peek at the book and gave it a go, but, well...
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped. Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
I've never been one to play favorites, Molly. And I would be only too happy to lend you a hand. So, what's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm. Recipe seemed easy enough to only turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought.
Ivan said the recipe's in the color.
Wow. Kindly up.
Fine, and if it...
You do.